14th of July 2018, another dark day for Belfast when tens of thousands, a couple of hundred max, of freaks took to Belfast City to have an anti-Trump protest for Trump's visit in the UK. And of course, this was filled with lefties, feminists, the LGBT community, virtue signalling twats, the mentally ill, and last but not least, ballless men. And unfortunately, this comes just a couple of days after a bunch of hooligans ran riot over the 11th night and 12th of July, causing lots of carnage, violence, vandalism, hijacking cars, setting buses on fire, damaging property, all that good stuff that's associated with the 12th. And that brings me to my next question. What do you think was the highest cumulative number? The amount of knuckle-dragging, unemployed, benefit-cheating scumbags out causing terror on the 11th night of July? Or the amount of self-identified genders at the freak show today in Belfast? I'm not sure, but I think it's pretty close, and I think the numbers are pretty damn high. Anyway, back to today. Here you can see lots of signs, lots of banners. Here's one here that says, "The human rights nightmare." So basically they're implying that Donald Trump is a nightmare to human rights, that he is not given human rights. I wasn't aware that people in America no longer have human rights. Could they be talking about the illegal immigrants he's deported? I highly doubt it, because let's be honest, Obama deported 3.5 million migrants during his time in charge, and no one criticised his human rights. Could they be talking about the airstrike he hit on Syria? Doubt it, because Obama dropped 20,000 drones during his 8 years in charge, and nobody again criticised his human rights. So what they're talking about human rights, please elaborate more on that. Or could it just be they've no fucking clue what they're talking about? Correct. Right, up next with some well thought out speeches from Belfast today.
Hey ho, what's the crack? Donald Trump, don't come back.
Hey ho, what's the crack? Donald Trump, don't come back.
Hey ho, what's the crack?
Hey ho, what's the crack? Donald Trump, don't come back. Well, words of fucking wisdom right there, man. I bet you Donald Trump jumped back in his plane to America quicker than a communist dodges a bar of soap after those fine words, man. Right, next.
I'm here because, unfortunately, I can't afford to go to London to join the real protest where Trump is. So I'm delighted that these people have organised this protest to allow me to travel down from Newry to join everybody that needs to protest against Trump for all that he stands for. Not because he's a president of the United States of America, but because of what he's liable to do and is doing to the world. We need to stop Trump before he does more damage.
All we have here is some old guy who couldn't afford to go to London to virtue signal, so he's came to Belfast to do it instead. Says that Trump's doing damage to the world, can't give any examples of the damage Trump's doing. Absolute waste of sperm. Next.
Donald Trump is a racist, sexist demagogue. He's not welcome in the UK, he's not welcome anywhere. It's about time he went.
Sexist this, racist that, that's all they've got. The race card, sexist card, homophobe card, they've got nothing else. No substance behind it at all. And for this guy to say that Trump's not welcome in the UK, well, you know what, mate? Fuck off, because you, son, are in the minority. Trump is definitely welcome in the UK. It is people like yourself that are no longer welcome. You dirty, little, smelly, lefty communists. Why don't you fuck off? We'll keep Trump, and you can go somewhere. Why don't you go back to Palestine, since you seem to love Palestine so much, and see how long you last there? Right, last clip.
When migrant rights are under attack, what do we do?
Fight back.
When migrant rights are under attack, what do we do?
Fight back.
When migrant rights are under attack, what do we do?
Fight back.
When women's rights are under attack, what do we do?
Fight back.
When women's rights are under attack, what do we do?
Fight back.
When women's rights are under attack, what do we do?
Fight back.
When workers' rights are under attack, what do we do?
Fight back.
When workers' rights are under attack, what do we do?
Fight back.
When workers' rights are under attack, what do we do?
Fight back.
When our healthcare is under attack, what do we do?
Fight back.
When our healthcare is under attack, what do we do?
Fight back.
Right, what a stupid bitch. First of all, what is she talking about migrants' rights? Since when did migrants have the right to choose to immigrate to whichever country they want? It's never been that way. It wasn't that way under Obama, wasn't that way under Bush, and certainly won't be that way under Donald Trump. Illegal immigrants do not pick and choose which country they want to go to. Complete nonsense. Migrant rights. No idea what she's talking about. Second of all, she mentioned women's rights. Women's rights are under attack. How? Because Donald Trump made a remark 13 years ago about grabbing them by the pussy? I don't think so. Which rights do women not have in America that men do? Absolutely none. The whole gender pay gap is a myth. It's been debunked now. It's been put to bed, buried. You can't keep using that. Or could she possibly be talking about the fact that some people just don't like killing babies? Yes, some people find it uncomfortable that babies are aborted. Some people don't think abortion should be legal. Big fucking deal. It's not, that doesn't mean women don't have rights. Recently here in Ireland, they just had a vote for that, and the pro-abortion side won, so they do have rights. We have votes, we have democracy, and you won the vote. Get over it, man. I no problem with it. So I don't see why you're making such a big deal. He's won the vote in Ireland. If you're not happy with the abortion rules somewhere else, protest, do something about it, get a vote, get it changed. It's not just because Donald Trump doesn't think abortion should be legal doesn't mean women have no rights. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. What about the 45% of Scotland that voted to leave and they didn't get their wishes? Does that mean 45% of Scotland have no rights? Should we do something to help the 45% of Scotland that have had their human rights taken away from them for the evil dictatorship of the 55% that voted to remain? Absolute nonsense. If you want to talk about rights and women having none of them, why don't you talk about women in Middle Eastern countries where they actually have no rights, where they're treated worse than third-class citizens? Even the camels are treated better than the women in the Middle East. But no, you won't do that because that doesn't suit your agenda and you can't bash Trump. Number 3, workers' rights. What is she talking about? Trump has created lots of jobs for American people since his time as president. Black unemployment at an all-time low. Women unemployment lowest in 17 years. How the fuck are workers' rights under attack when fucking Trump is creating jobs left, right and fucking centre? He's creating jobs like England create World Cup heartbreak fucking every 4 years, although Trump's doing it probably every 4 seconds because it's at a higher rate. But you get my point, man. They're both good at creating those things. So there you go. How the hell is workers' rights under attack? I don't understand it, man. I do not get that at all. And finally, healthcare under attack. What's he done to healthcare? How's healthcare under attack? Obamacare either financially crippled the working class or they just had to go without it. It's publicly known that Obamacare was fucking terrible. So if you want to blame someone for the healthcare being shit in America, Obama certainly didn't help that, albeit it wasn't great when he took over, but he certainly made it a lot worse. You can't blame Trump for that. You can blame Obama for it, but sure, you'll blame Trump for anything. So there you go, man. Her reasons, just absolutely ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. In general, though, these people, they're clueless. They have absolutely nothing. Nothing. It's just the race card, sexist card, homophobe card. There's no substance behind it, no reasoning behind it, no facts behind it. There's no meat in their argument. It's like a sandwich with 2 slices of bread, but fuck all in the middle. And talking about sandwiches, get back to the fucking kitchen, bitches. Until next time, I've Scotland TV, and I'm out.